From a behavioral perspective, it's easy to label teens in a good or bad category. We look at them, we see their external behavior, we make our assessments, we say that this teen is a good teen, that teen is not a good teen. On the surface, we can see differences in their lives, but under the surface could be a different story. And maybe what you see is not what you get. And so the question in this video is, what is a good teen? Who is one? How do you know? This is Teen Devotion number 18. Who is a good teen? Hello everyone, Rick Thomas here. We're helping people live effective lives. This is Teen Devotion number 18. Who is a good teen? An outward comparative assessment, it can be dangerous because it does not consider the heart of the person. Only God can see the heart, and sometimes we can dress up the outside to look in such a way, but the truth is that what we see is not what we get. And so we don't want to disregard a person's behavior as though their behavior doesn't matter. Of course their behavior matters, but you also want to have the insight and the discernment to be able to understand what's going on inside of the person, but also to discern what is a good person. It's not hard to fool people, especially those teens who have learned the right responses. Now, this also applies to everybody else, and I understand that, but this is a teen devotion for teenagers. But, if you are older and want to make these applications, please go right ahead, because it applies to you and me as well. We can imitate good, but our hearts can be far from what good really is. The so-called good person could be a legalist, which is how learned behavior actually works. A legalist is a person who learns what is right, what is wrong, and they just practice doing what is right even though their heart is not in it at all. They know how to perform well in front of others. And then on the other hand, you could have a person whose optics are not as flattering, but that individual is a much better person from God's perspective. They just don't appear to be all that great. We do classify people that way. We look at them and we judge them accordingly. We have an idea of what good is, and if they meet our particular expectations of what good is, we can assume that they're good people. And then there are others that don't meet our criteria, and we can judge them for being bad people, and we can be wrong on both counts. The widow woman in the New Testament in Luke 21 and the renowned sinner woman in Luke 7, they are two prime examples of people who did not meet expected social or acceptable social expectations. Jesus perceived them as being worthy of His praise. Outward looks can be deceiving. Now, I am not saying that everybody that looks good on the outside is a bad person on the inside. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that we want to make sure that we use discernment as we interact with people. You see, the widow lady was dirt poor. She didn't look good if dirt poor is, if that's not the criteria as far as looking good is concerned. And then the sinner woman, she was a societal outcast. Don't fall into the trap of looking good on the outside while masking your inner idolatries that needs God's restorative care. And don't give in to judging others based on what you observe. This is Teen Devotion number 17. What is a good teen? What I would like for you to do during the reflection time here is spend some time, adequate time, assessing yourself. And what I want you to do is to assess yourself in two areas. Number one, do you judge others primarily based on their appearance? And what does that behavioral perspective or that behavioral assessment about others reveal about your discernment? The person who has experienced God's forgiveness will love others well. How does your experience with God's mercy motivate you to be cautious with how you think about and respond to others? I think I said this is Teen Devotion 17, but actually it's Teen Devotion number 18, Who is a Good Teen? My main idea is that we want to be careful about judging others based solely on external behavior. External behavior could be legit, and it could reveal the true, pure heart of a teenager that loves God and loves others more than anything else. But then again, it could be legalism, and it could be a pretender. You want to be careful how you assess people, but you also want to use discernment. If you would like to talk to us about this video, we would love to chat with you. Just jump on our free community forums, get your username and password, and we'll be right there for you and be glad to talk with you. If you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and let others know about it so they can benefit from them as well. Thank you so much for watching the video.